Hello guys and welcome to Right Reviews. This is our first ever video, so we hope it's going to be the best out of them all, but we're probably going to get better anyway. But I'm just going to introduce the channel before we get on to this review. This channel is all about reviewing anything. Seriously, it's not just going to be what you see today. It's going to be like guitars, walkie-talkies, the Xboxes, PS3s, anything you want to ask for that we can get hold of, we will review for you. Now we're going to be fairly new as you see in this video, so we're going to slowly try to progress and get bigger, but that's future aspirations and we're going to wait for that anyway. So we're going to get straight into this review. It's an Xbox game and it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Overall I'm going to rate this as an 8.5. My main reason that drops it is probably the realism, which links into the multiplayer. I really do like realistic games, so I do prefer to play Battlefield 3 and 2 over Call of Duty because of the realism. I'm not too fond of the arcadey type game that Call of Duty is, and the cheating the system with quick scopes and things like that. It's not my cup of tea, so that's what lets it down really. I mean, the graphics are immense. I do love the graphics, so I gave them a 9 out of it all. There's compared to other games like Skyrim and things like that, which are really good as well. They are pretty immense too. The campaign I absolutely loved. It's got real good fast pace and close quarter action in it, which is my type of shooting. And the multiplayer lets it down as well, just because it links in with the realism. And obviously there's people that just sit and camp, and I don't really like it. And also there's the host disadvantage, because obviously they get the better connection and others have to deal with that lack of connection if he's got crap connection. Another thing I liked about the game is that if you pre-ordered it, you got an Intel pack, and this came with, if you can see, let's just bring it up to the camera. It came with double XP, redemption voucher, a mini strategy guide, special forces avatar for your Xbox 360 avatar, and art cards. Now, I've not used this yet, and I don't think I will, because I prefer to play the game properly, and I don't really like to use a double XP, and I'm not really that fussed about art cards and things like that. But if I just open it, actually, I'll show you guys what it does come with. So there we go, we've got us 4 hours double XP, our avatar for his Xbox, some of these art cards which are like postcards on the back. I'm not really that fussed about them, but they are good images, I must admit, and I really do like this crisp image there, which resembles the front cover. And your mini strategy guide, which is really good quality actually, nice hardback and front, not hardback as in cardboard hardback as you'd get in a normal book, but like quite a thick laminate, and it does tell you how to get some of the intels to start off with, and another image which you have already seen, which I think's a bit scandalous really. It's the same image, but I'm not fussed really. So we're gonna head you over to my partner now. Not partner as in we're gonna bum each other, partner as in my friend, and he's gonna just tell you about how he thinks of the Call of Duty game as well.
Okay, hello guys, my name is Jack, and obviously I'm going to be Matty's partner speaking about Modern Warfare 3. Now, I just want to go on to the fact that it's already sold over 6.5 million copies, which I think is outstanding, and also it's made a gross profit of $400 million, which I think is quite substantial compared to Modern Warfare 2, and also matching the Skyrim numbers, which I don't think matched as high as that, so that's quite a good pointer to start off with. Now, starting off with the game cover, and I think the game cover is quite simplistic, as you can see, nice and white. It's not overcomplicated. They've not tried to overcomplicate the game. They've made it really simplistic. You can see the cover straight off, and that is just brilliant. I would pick that up straight away if I saw that on the shelf and I didn't know what the game was about. Now, looking at the back, obviously it's the same as Modern Warfare 2, or fairly similar. pretty good graphics on the back. You would if you saw that game, I think you would want to buy it straight away from the back cover. Um, Now I'm just going to go on to a quick pointer about the game and how I used to play Modern Warfare 2 and how I've adapted my skills to Modern Warfare 3. I used to be a GB player, which is a game battles player for Modern Warfare 2, and that's Modern Warfare 2 as you can see now. Game battles is all about how you use your strategies and tactics and how you play with your team. It's all about playing as a team and not playing as a solo player. Obviously on game battles you can play singles ladder, go off and do your own thing, but mainly if you're going to be playing with a team you need to have tactics. Now Modern Warfare 3, I think they've adapted the maps for tactics, and they've worked quite closely with the idea of making it easy to come up with tactics for a team, so adapting those skills as a GB player becomes, that much easier. So I think that's a good pointer with the game also. And I'd just like to point out how Modern Warfare 3 has received, I think it's the Spike Video Games Award for 2011, being the best first-person shooter. And also I want to make out a point about how obscure of an award it's received. And that reward, if I could just have a look now. Okay, so the unusual reward that it received was the reward for being one of the worst games by Ben Crawshaw. Now Ben Crawshaw said he didn't hate the game for how it was made, its graphics, etc. It was because of how it represents society, and what it represents. Now, to be honest, I don't think that's fair. If you're gonna rate a game, you rate it on how it's being produced, not what it really sets out, because not forgetting that it is an 18, as pointed out on the back quite clearly, and shouldn't be played by anyone under 18 unless the parents really consent them.
Yeah.
And we obviously know that a lot of people don't adhere to these guidelines, and they're just there for, as you say, guidelines. However, if you're going to say it can be scrutinised for what it represents, then it is designed for its target market, and its target market is over 18s. So scrutinising a game for what it represents is really not the case in this idea. And I think it's ludicrous, because it's like saying someone should be, i.e. Dora the Explorer, they should be sued if 100 kids decided to go exploring in the woods without the parents' consent and go missing. I think it's completely ludicrous, and it's off topic, and I don't think that's relevant to the point whatsoever. Now I'd just like to talk about what I think I should rate the game. I would give it 6 for its realism, unfortunately. I don't think it matches anything like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 2. The movement, the ability of a drop shot, jumping up with a gun, a sniper, turning around and I just don't think it's realistic at all. The way you can move with such heavy machine guns, that is just not realistic, I'm sorry. The graphics, I would give a 9, like Matthew did. The only reason I would give it a 9 is compared to Skyrim, and compared to Modern Warfare 2, there's not much difference from Modern Warfare 2, and it doesn't match Skyrim in my opinion. Obviously you may think differently. Also the campaign is, I would rate a 9, and obviously what Matty said about being fast paced, it's really, you get into the game really fast. You can pick up a gun and just shoot anyone, anywhere. You go through the levels really quickly if you know what you're doing. If you don't, then obviously you put it on a lower setting. You can get through it quite easily and get used to the game, ready for multiplayer, which is really good. I would give its multiplayer a 9. The reason I'm giving the multiplayer a 9 is because of what I said about adapting the skills for game battles players. Obviously, there's scrims that go on. I know that there's Deserto. I used to play a bit of Deserto myself. Obviously, there's going to be a few fans of VP Momentum, VP Relentless, fans of other well-known teams, let's say, like Team Royalty. There are some very good teams, and you will have heard of them, hopefully. However, moving on from multiplayer, I'd just like to give it an overall rate, and my overall rate would be an 8.5. I'm knocking it down half a point, obviously due to the realism. I would have given it a 9, but I don't think it deserves a 9. Because they haven't made that advancement from Modern Warfare 2, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I rate it 8.5.
Alright, thank you guys, and thank you Jack. This has been our first review. We would like you to subscribe and comment and PM us what you would like us next to review, because we've obviously got a lot of things in the house, but we would like to know what you guys want to see so you get the best viewing experience. Thank you for watching our first review, guys. See you later.
Bye.